Grand Rising, Elizabeth. How are you?
Good.
Good, thank
you.
Today is June 4th, 2024. And I am one of the hosts, Sister Deitra. And I have my other host here too, Sister Stacy. You want to say anything to the group of people here? Stacy?
You're on mute.
Sorry, Grand Rising, everybody. I'm just glad to be here today.
Yeah, good to have you. Good to have you. Great to have you, actually. All righty then. I'm going to read our oracle card for today. Okay, and I have them right here. I haven't chosen it yet. I'm going to pick it. Let's see what's going to come about with this one. Oh, interesting. Okay, this is called Tani, or pleasure. And that's Tani right there.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Pleasure. Okay, all right, I hear you, girl. Okay, let's see what it says. This is card number 11. Let's do a little reading on this one. Okay, Tani. She is a goddess of pleasure. She is of the conjurer temple, and she is of the air element. Tani was the goddess of the stars in ancient Carthage. Today, all the way over in Elbiza, that's in Tunisia, I guess. They still have pleasure-filled full moon, midnight, table dancing parties in her name. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Tani's guidance is, you are thirsty for more pleasure. You can't thrive when life feels dry. You are made of laughter and stardust, not sawdust. Pleasure is your birthright, a gift from the universe. Okay. And the embodiment is, how much juicy pleasure can you stand? Turn up the pleasure principle. You secretly feel that you don't deserve it, but pleasure is a healing and manifesting force. Laughing, loving, and orgasmic joy is holy. Hold your hands over your reproductive area and say aloud, I deserve pleasure.
I deserve pleasure.
Yes, yeah, give it a shot. And the goddess declaration is, it feels good to feel good. I'll say that again. It feels good to feel good. Okay. Think about that, but I want to share a little bit about this. It's interesting how we can feel pleasure in different ways. You know, it's not just always the reproductive area, even though she mentions that. But we can feel pleasure throughout different senses. Our bodies is pleasure points everywhere, you know. Oh my goodness. You know what, when I think about it, you know, just holding someone's hand can be very pleasurable. You know, just the connection with somebody like that. Anyone else want to share anything? How do you feel pleasure?
I get pleasure hanging out with family and friends. You know,
Yes.
just the fellowship and, you know, getting together and just, you know, eating or talking or, you know, in a positive way and stuff like that. That gives me pleasure. Also, I get pleasure with traveling. I love to travel and see different places and be able to experience different aspects of life or different cultures and stuff like that. So that's my desire, to get more pleasure. I want to be able to go to different places that I've never been to before and just to explore the culture that they have and learn more about other people.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Thank you, Stacy, for sharing that.
Yeah.
How others feel pleasure?
Well, I feel pleasure when my grandson comes around.
Aw,
And my grandbaby, both of them they're a mess. And
yes, yes,
and just seeing their personalities, how they're developing and
yes.
when they do something new and you're just like, oh, what's that?
Right, right.
What's that about? That is joyful.
It
And
is, it truly
um,
is.
I get pleasure when music, my tambourine. I get pleasure when my events go right.
Yes, yes, exactly.
And when I see people that I haven't seen in a long time and
Right,
yeah, that's pleasure. That's pleasure.
exactly.
Along with like, oh man, do I miss eating a taco and biting into the food that they had at the party, and so I'll be so even more delighted
Uh-huh,
once I get my permanent teeth.
yeah.
I'm gonna be eating everything.
Yes, yes,
But
thank
yeah,
you for you.
pleasure. I get pleasure when I hear people talk about what they love,
Yes,
about their passion. I really do. I love to see them light up.
yes,
Yeah, I like to see when they, when you're interested in someone else and you see them react, that
right,
you want to know about me? You want to know about me? And
exactly.
yeah,
That's
I
true.
do. I
Because I
do.
really appreciate it when you even asked me about, how's the company coming along. That
Mhm.
was so nice of you to just ask me, and I love
Mhm.
to talk about it.
Yeah,
So, right, that's a good thing.
exactly.
Yeah, and grand rising to all of you who just joined. Um, Today we did an oracle reading about Tani, and she is the goddess of pleasure. And her declaration is, it feels good to feel good. So we're just talking about things that make us feel good, give us pleasure. And if you have anything to share, that would be nice for you to share those things. It's always good to hear about what brings people pleasure. Hey,
Grand Rising, everyone.
Hey,
grand rising, Miss Joy.
Yes, I agree with all of the above, what they said, the traveling, and I love being around good people
Yes.
authentic and just being themselves. One thing I really get pleasure in is eating good, healthy food.
Ooh, wee.
Oh my God, that really
Yes.
just good, healthy food and some good music and sitting outside. Ooh, wee. It's
Mm-hmm.
nothing like it. On a good
Nothing like
sunny day, having a bowl of fruit, fresh, real good fruit, and a nice sunny day and some good music, man,
Yeah,
that just takes
yeah,
you to another place.
yep.
yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
It does.
Hearing what you're saying reminds me of video that I posted in WhatsApp where the gentleman, it was a podcast, and he shared that some people don't eat, they get their food, their nourishment from even plants, being in a field of wonderful flowers and the scent and smelling it. I said, oh my goodness, can you imagine? I'm getting full from being around beautiful flowers and stuff. You know what I mean? And good air and birds chirping
Yeah.
and it's just feeding you, oh my God, and just get pleasure from that,
No, I can't imagine that. Because I like to taste my food.
I
like
know
to
it. I
taste
know
my
it.
food. I
I
can't.
hear you. I hear you.
Yeah, those are breatharians. Yeah,
Yes.
I like to taste my food and feel it
Okay.
going
Okay.
somewhere.
You know what? But I have the desire to go that breatharian way. I can see myself there. I can see it. So one day y'all gonna hear me talking about that too, because I won't be doing it.
All right.
Not yet, though. It's not there yet.
What would be that route from what you're eating now, what your intake is now? What would the next thing that you think that you need to eliminate, and then next, and then next, if
You know what?
even a thought?
I've been moving that way because I'm normally just fruit and vegetables strictly. I don't do any carbs, grains, none of that.
Mhm.
And now I'm getting away from cooked food totally. I mean, it's like yuck, I'm developing a distaste for cooked food.
Okay.
So it's going more to just fruit. I will eat an apple in a minute. So I'm gonna stick with that, for a while.
Mhm.
But in a minute, I'm not gonna I can see me moving away from even fruit, so
Wow.
to
So
learn I got to learn what plants, how it works. So the
yeah,
breatharian,
yeah.
I need to be in touch with that environment, that those people or what they're doing, how it works.
How
'Cause
can you say you won't
You
be
won't be
in Detroit?
in Detroit.
right.
You gotta go where there's you gotta go up where there's some good air, and
Right.
not all polluted, and just the whole energy and vibe and all that kind of
Exactly.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I have to learn, I have to research.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Greetings, Mama Evelyn.
Hello, Grand Rising.
Grand Rising, honey. Look like you driving somewhere.
Yeah, I just dropped RJ off, and I'm checking out different places to get some pictures printed up for Juneteenth. And woo, okay, so yeah,
Wow,
and
Juneteenth right around the corner.
just running some errands that I need to do because I plan to cook, so
Oh, okay.
I want to make sure I have enough time to prepare for dinner.
Oh,
It's gonna
okay.
be
Okay.
real simple: cauliflower, rice, and vegetables.
Oh, that sounds good, actually.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyone else want to share anything good about feeling
Well,
good?
I want to piggyback on Joy, because the thing is, I want to eat fresh fruits and vegetables, and a plant-based diet, and not have to be the one preparing it. That
Right.
would bring me the ultimate joy.
I know,
Not
right?
to be the one preparing it. Because it's so labor intensive. Because Sheena's talking about, well, every Sunday we should prep our meals for the week. And I looked at her like,
Right. A
first we
lot
got
of
to
cutting
shop
up.
for it. We got to shop for it. And then we got to bring it home and wash it. And I'm like, oh, okay. If I want to eat right, I'm going to have to do that until the day comes soon where someone
Right.
else is doing the prepping.
Okay, good. You know what? I don't know if you all know, I need to put it in WhatsApp, but Shavi Ali she's kind of what would I call her? She deals with the stars and the environment, that environment.
Mm-hmm.
But she's going to have a book signing at this location that serves good plant-based food. I heard it from Mama Razia, so I know it's going to be a good place to eat. But I'm going to post it in WhatsApp so you all can join us,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
because, yeah, so that'll be a nice event if you're not doing anything. It's gonna be coming up in the next week or couple weeks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All righty. Let's see. Well, today I do not have a guest, but I wanted to discuss good health testimonies. You might have to think about it for a minute, maybe. But how your health have you gained good health, over the years, or what's helping you, or do you feel good about your health? Or some things you need to still work on, but some things are good. I mean, you have come a long way. I would love for you to share the stories of how you've come from other ways, because sometimes we've been sick, we've been aches and pains, but how have you come to where you are now? Are you better? Or are you still trying to work it out? Or is it worse? It could be worse, but I want the good stuff. This is good. So anybody have anybody come down this road of good health and arrived at a good place?
Well, I know that when my mom was passing, going through what she was going through in the hospital and stuff, and then I ended up with high thyroid, was it hyper?
Hyperthyroid.
Yeah. Is it hyper and hypo? Which one is?
Hypo and hyper. Hyper is the one that's fat.
Yeah, I had the
Stacy
fast.
can speak to this.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fast, and I was at what I call disappearing.
Okay, disappearing.
Disappearing, like disappearing. I was losing so much weight. I was bowed down to bones.
Okay.
And of course, the diagnosis is that you're going to deal with this all your life.
Yeah.
And just all the things, well, anyway, I'm not dealing with it.
Oh, good.
I didn't take those pills, but ever so often something would happen in my heart, which I could start seeing my heart going up and down. But when you're dealing with that, I'm telling you, you can feel, you can see the heart going up and down. And
how did you handle that? What did you do?
well, I went to Razia.
Okay. Right.
And I I did dealing with like meditation. Excuse me, let me clear here.
Okay.
So for a minute, I did take the pills. It was my heart was going out like this.
Wow.
It was scary. And just changed my way of eating, and anything that was bothering me, I let it go.
Oh, good.
Let it go. And then yeah, it was just mostly the eating and the meditation, just
Wonderful.
just get quiet and letting stuff go that was bothering me.
Yes.
It was totally stress related.
Okay. Interesting.
It was totally stress related, watching my mother go through what she went through.
Yeah.
And yeah, just
It's amazing how stress can really affect your physical health,
yeah. And then the other thing I must admit, because that's what I always deal with, is my mind. I started, thinking about what have I been saying? What have I been dealing with? What do I need to let go?
Yes.
And I just dealt with all of that as it came. And then, so I don't deal with it. I don't.
Wonderful.
And that all
That's a good
that stuff about
testimony.
that, it was gonna always be there. It the medication, you would always have to take it. And then once you stop taking it, 2 or 3 years down the road, it's gonna come back. And
Oh my goodness.
so one of the things was just not agreeing with whatever they were saying. All that stuff about doing,
Right.
I just didn't agree with it. I just, told my body, you can't, we're not doing that.
Right. Exactly. It's been
We are
interesting.
not gonna do that.
It's interesting how you can be told something that'll stress you out. I'm like,
Mhm.
the doctor's stressing me out. Stop.
My doctor, she wears these heels, and you can see, you can hear her come into your room.
Oh, really? Okay.
And when she says something, she said, I know you're not going to, but let me explain how important this is that you do this, or these things could happen,
Right.
And oftentimes I've said, okay, I'm gonna do it. And I still don't.
Right.
I just, I can't surrender myself to bondage like that,
Right.
One, because I'm not disciplined in that area of life for my life to be dependent on it.
Right.
I don't know if that makes sense.
It does.
I'm
To me.
not a pill taker,
Right.
never have been. So for me for that to be my life, that if I don't do it, I could die or I could get iller,
Right.
can't be part of it can't be my routine, my regimen.
Okay.
It can't be, because I would be dead.
Right.
I would be dead, or I'd be sick, or I'd be all of that. So I learned a long time ago that when I had asthma as a child. I had it
Uh-huh.
bad. I had it bad,
Okay.
and I had to learn that I did not have an asthma attack unless I had a cold. So,
Wow.
so don't get a cold.
Right. Right.
Don't get a cold. That was at 8 and 9 years old that I learned that,
Wow.
So, okay, this comes during this time. And then they were saying something about emotional asthma attacks, emotion and all that stuff. So I had to say, okay, you got to control your emotions. And I did that as a child,
Wow.
well, this keeps coming because it didn't feel good.
Right.
It does not feel good when you're sitting there, you got to prop all these pillows up just so you can get that much breath.
Wow. Wow.
It feels like like pressure all against, like you
Yes. Yes.
to squeeze out a little,
Wow.
Now, I did get to eat ice cream.
And that's not right.
At that time, I didn't care.
You didn't know.
But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, that's yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing that. That's a good testimony. I'm glad you're doing better. I am so happy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't have to put that on my medical list anymore.
Right. Anyone else have any things they have approved, come over? Any
Overcome.
thank you. I was looking for that word. I'm like, come on. Yeah,
That's a
overcome.
little dexterity or something. Dyslexic.
Exactly. Has anyone overcome something? And you can
I have.
now. Oh, go ahead.
So it's amazing to see how our bodies can bounce back from traumas or sicknesses that we're going through. And for me and my family, diabetes runs in my family.
Uh-huh.
And I've always been really afraid of getting diabetes because I've seen as a nurse what diabetes can do to the body and how it affects every organ in your body. And so for a long time, once my weight started increasing, I noticed that I started having ailments like high blood pressure.
Okay.
So diabetes was on the horizon. And
Okay.
every time I would go get my blood work done, my cholesterol would be high. That was in the last recent years. My cholesterol would be high, and then I still have the high blood pressure because, you know, those are kind of correlated.
Uh-huh.
And very difficult to get my weight down. And so as I looked at my numbers, I just started, you know, Googling and looking up stuff to how can you get these numbers down and what do you need to do to decrease your cholesterol and get your blood pressure down and different stuff like that. So I started working really, really hard at not becoming a diabetic. And I
Okay.
didn't know that my doctor had ordered an insulin test for me. And when I looked back at my blood work, I saw that my insulin levels were high. And I saw that I was pre-diabetic. And I
Okay.
started saying, oh my gosh, you know, it was coming. And so I was like, I got to do something about it. So I started exercising on a regular basis.
Oh, good,
And I started
good.
going to exercise at least 3 to 5 times a week. And I changed my diet. I didn't change my diet drastically. The
Okay.
exercise in and of itself helped me increase my metabolism because what I had was prediabetes and metabolic syndrome. And metabolic syndrome is just a cluster of ailments that you have that come together to let you know that your metabolism is not working the way it needs to be working in order for your body to see or not to see improvements and or for your body not to be overtaken by diabetes, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I decided to get me a personal trainer. And I
Okay.
decided to work out like crazy and like change my diet a little bit, but not a whole lot. And it reversed the prediabetes.
Wonderful.
And
Oh,
the
great.
insulin level came down to normal.
Yeah.
And the
Wonderful.
only thing that I'm working on right now is to get my cholesterol down. So I incorporated a natural form of cholesterol lowering natural ingredient because every time I would go to the endocrinologist, she would say, your cholesterol is high. I want to put you on cholesterol lowering medication. And like you, Queen, I'm not buying it. I'm like, no, let me give it 6 more months. No, let me
Right.
give it for 2 years. No, I'm not doing that. Because I noticed my husband, when he was on a cholesterol lowering medication, it lowered his cholesterol too low.
Oh, wow.
And so I'm like, I'm not doing it. So I found this supplement called red yeast rice. And I've been taking it for about 3 months now. And so I'm going to take it for 1 more month. My blood work has been sitting there waiting for me to have it drawn since the beginning of May.
Okay.
And so that red yeast rice, there's a medication called, it's called losartan. And in the losartan, it has this chemical or it has this ingredient called monocolin K. And monocolin K is the ingredient in the losartan, and losartan is a cholesterol lowering drug. And the ingredient of the monocolin K is in red yeast rice.
Oh, wow.
And now the government or the FDA is trying to say that red yeast rice is something that should be prescribed at like a drug. In
Oh
other
my
words, saying that
gosh.
it has to be monitored. Now they want to monitor this red yeast rice because they know that it's the main ingredient in losartan that is a drug that is getting people's cholesterol levels down. And
Isn't
I'm
that
like,
something?
so me and my brother said, we're going to buy it all up right now.
Right.
So just in case they go, you got to have a script for that. You know, that's wrong the way they're doing it because they want to monetize on it. And the red yeast rice is very inexpensive. Like a 3-month supply is like under $30.
Wow.
So yeah, so that's what I'm trying right now. So that's my testimony, and I'm looking forward to having a testimony of low cholesterol from taking this red yeast rice.
Oh, I'm looking forward to hearing about it too. Is the red yeast rice, is it like rice, regular rice, or is it something else?
It comes from regular rice, and they break it down and they put it in this vegetable capsule.
Oh,
They
okay.
grind it up into a powder and put it in a
Okay.
vegetable. So you can take it in a tablet.
Okay.
Because
Thank
nobody is going to eat that much red yeast rice every day to keep their
Right.
nobody. So yeah, this is a way to keep you consistent and make sure that you get that monocolin K in your system.
Okay. Well, thank you, Stacy. Oh my goodness. I'm looking forward to your happy testimony.
I'm
Your
looking
praise
forward to
report.
I am so looking forward to giving it because I just really believe that it's going to work.
Oh yeah, it sounds like it will. You're in the right direction. You go in the right direction. So,
Yeah.
anyone else? Life is good. What? Some good news. How you doing?
Hey Stacy, can you put that in the
Chat.
in the WhatsApp, that information about that? Where to get that those capsules?
You're on mute.
You're on mute, Stacy.
Yeah, I'll put it in WhatsApp, and you can
Okay.
get it on Amazon.
Okay.
Okay.
Get it while supplies last. They might take it off.
I know, right? The way this world's going, you're right.
You know, it's interesting listening to you all's testimonies, and it's the mind is so powerful. Once we make up our mind to do
Yes.
something different, a shift takes.
It does. It really
comes
does.
on you. And just like a Queen was saying, I just couldn't see myself like that, taking this medicine. You know, and it's just our mind is just so powerful. I broke my wrist probably over 30 years ago, and I was skating, and I'm an avid skater. I can skate. I've been skating all my life, and I just happened to break it, but it was meant for me to break it. So after I broke it, we went to the hospital, and the doctor says, well, we're going to have to do surgery on it. We'll probably have to do surgery on it. I said, no, you're not. I said, just put it together.
Right.
I said, no, you're not going to do surgery. And I broke it, but the skin didn't break, which was interesting. I broke it completely in half, and the skin didn't break. And the doctor was saying, yeah, you know, well, we can try this. I said, well, you go ahead. I said, go and put it together. It's going to be fine. And they wrapped it up and checked it. They reset it. And a couple weeks after, they was like, wow, your wrist is really healing. And
that's great.
I just made my mind up. This is going to heal. And they said, well, you're going to have some restricted range of motion. And I said in my mind, no, I'm not. I'm gonna be able to do the same things that I could do before. And it seems like I got a new wrist.
Oh. Wow, Joy, that's amazing. That's wonderful.
It was if I just made my mind up. That mind is so powerful.
You know, I want to know, have you always had that kind of mindset throughout your life?
I have not. Matter of fact, it's like something that certain instances where you just get like a fight or flight thing. It's like, I'm going to do this.
Okay.
And it's I wish I'm striving to have more of that mindset though. Okay, good. Who encouraged you that way? Was it your parents or a friend or what? I don't know. I think it's something innate in all of us. Oh yeah. Because I feel like in your situation, how you have changed tremendously. Yes. You know, you like, look, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Right.
And like Queen said, I'm gonna do this. And just like Stacy said, okay, I'm not taking this medicine, I'm gonna do this.
Right.
You know, I think it's something we all have in us. It's just learning how to ignite it.
Exactly.
And
because I didn't get it from my mama. I mean, I didn't get the fight, you know, it was in her. Yes, it was. But as far as eating a certain way and in regards to drugs, she was not a big drug taker, but you know, I probably got some stuff from her. I take that back, but directly, you know, as far as eating right and all that, no, because I get truly some fried stuff from my mom, some pork and everything, you know, but she was a good cook though, you know, so.
Yeah. And they did the best they could do.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm not down on her. I mean, she
Right.
got me here. I'm here.
Right. I kind of look at this journey as, we're all sitting at the feet of God, Buddha, whoever we believe in, and we say, he says, well, who wants to take this trip? And everybody's like, I will. And, we got all our gifts. We can walk on water. We can walk through walls, but they don't know once we get here, our memories were erased.
Right.
And then we got to find our way back to that Christ life.
Oh, I love that. And that story. That's really right, though.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Okay, Miss Karen K, how you doing, honey? Your hand is up. Are you?
Hey, there you are. Okay.
Hey.
I wanted to share my journey in hopes of getting help from my Elizabethan sisters.
Okay, all right.
So, right during the pandemic, actually, December of 2022, I want to say 21,
Okay.
I actually had gotten to the point where my doctor she had been suggesting to me to have the bariatric surgery. And I had kept telling her, nope, don't want to do it. I was just so afraid of the stories I've heard about, the negative outcomes of it.
Right.
And I just didn't want to do it. But I had gotten to the point where I was at over 300 pounds and everything else I was doing wasn't working because I wasn't working it. I know now because I wasn't working it. It wasn't working because I know about diet. I know about, I'm sorry. I learned a long time ago to change that word to libet. I learned about libets and eating right and exercising and drinking water. I knew all of that stuff, but I just wasn't doing it. And I was at the point of depression where I just didn't want to do it. After going through a bad divorce and then remarrying and then losing my husband to a terrible car accident. I was just in a place where I was like, whatever happened. Who cares about what this body looks like? But then I realized that I want to be here for a long time. I want to be here for the time that God has said that I can be here, 120 years. And I didn't want to be feeble or in a wheelchair or walking with a walker or not even with a cane. I wanted to do it healthier. So I looked at that, what she was saying as a quick start to me go ahead and doing the surgery and then going on and living, because it's a lifestyle. It's not like the surgery is a magical thing. It truly is a lifestyle. In fact, I had to see my bariatric doctor for 3 months to see if I was able to even do the lifestyle after the surgery.
Okay.
So I did the surgery. I released 75 pounds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it was a big difference. I was on lots of medication. So I feel you, Queen Adunia, about taking pills. I don't like taking pills either. I don't. And I was on cholesterol pills. I was on blood pressure pills. I was on, what's the other one? I was borderline, and this is when she started telling me I need to do it, because I was borderline diabetic. And then one day I went to her office. She said, the borderline, you crossed the borderline. You're full blown diabetic now.
Oh, wow.
And that just scared me. And I was like, I don't want to take insulin. I don't want to do any of that. So I did that. And I had the surgery in December, and then I went back in, and I might have these dates wrong because I just remember that when I went back for my first checkup to my doctor after the surgery, it was in March. So from 3 months, from December to March, she took me off all of that medication.
Wow.
And I was like, are you sure? Are you be addicted to something so long, you like, wait a minute. You don't want to lower the dose? You just want to take me off right now? I'm like, wait a minute, what's going to happen? And she's like, you don't need it. Weight causes a lot of medical issues that you don't have anymore. Just after 3 months, I hadn't even, lost all of the 75 pounds, but I was, losing. So releasing. I'm trying to change my words.
Okay,
I was
okay.
releasing a lot. And she just, did that. And now fast forward to now, and I say that because March, and it was easy for me because what happened in March, the day I went for my checkup, I went, it was a noon checkup. I went on my lunch hour. I came back to work and I was still working in the school system at that time. I came back to work and everybody was like in a frenzy, like, pack up everything you're doing because we're about to go home for 2 weeks because we got to go virtual because, they're closing the schools for COVID. And I'm like, what?
What?
So that 2 weeks, as we all know, turned into 2 years.
Right.
So it was easy for me to do what I needed to do. I wasn't around people. I walked every day. Took my portions, and you have to go from liquid to soft foods to hard foods, and it was easy. And I had a roommate that at that time that was adamant about me staying on course. She cooked everything for me.
Oh, really?
And I was blessed.
Yeah.
I was blessed. And so I hear the person that said they want to cook. I want to cook. I want to cook. I want a chauffeur. I want all that. I'm just spoiled. I'm sorry. But I want all of that. And that was easy for me. Now here we are, fast forward to this year today. I have gained back 30 of those 75 pounds that I released. And it's not a good feeling.
Okay.
Because I travel a lot. I love to travel. You were asking about what gives us pleasure. Travel gives me pleasure.
Okay.
And a lot of times it's like, oh my God, I got to do this. I got to do that. Like I just got off a cruise yesterday. And today I got to be back at the airport because I'm leaving for Phoenix at 10 o'clock tonight.
Wow.
So, but I like it. But sometimes I don't like to prepare. If I can have somebody that could pack and unpack for me, buy my clothes, all that stuff, that part. But it's tedious, now I'm back to, oh my goodness, I'm walking and it's not, I've jumped off the bandwagon of exercising daily, and I was listening to a sister here who was just saying that she was doing it 3 times a week. I remember that's the only time I could do it 3 times a week. And I think what I need to do is just get back on doing what I know what to do. Maybe solely. So 3 times a week, I'm, this challenge that we are on, this 30-day challenge.
Right.
I was saying yesterday, that whatever we can do, we need to do. And I love what Queen Aduni said, just do something, make some change.
That's
so
right.
I've got a lot of changes I need to make. I just need to do them. And I just need to be consistency is my thing.
We want to encourage you.
And that's what I need, encouragement. Check on me. Ask me, how you doing, Kay? Did you exercise today? Or, what are you eating? And I'm a snack eater. I love snacks. And I love sweets. But I know that's not good for me. When I'm putting it in my mouth, I'm saying this is not good for me. I'm still putting it in my mouth. That's crazy. That's ridiculous. I don't even understand why I'm doing some of the things that I'm doing.
Well, you know what? If you have something healthy with you wherever you are, like it could be, I'm thinking something, because you're going on planes and stuff. So some kind of fruit, dried fruit or something. Even though I'm not a big proponent of dried fruit because it's taking all the water out of it. That's why it's dried. But if you can have something to snack on besides the chips or whatever, even at home, just have a little something to the side that you can grab easily. That would be a big help versus chips or candy bars or whatever may be the situation. I don't know. Anybody else have any ideas?
That's a good idea. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Stacy.
Yeah. So the journey that I'm on too, and if you like, we can be accountability partners if you want.
Oh, nice.
Because your story sounds very similar to mine. I had the bariatric surgery as well. And I never got down to the weight that I was supposed to. I was supposed to get down to 179, never saw it. 6 years ago, have never seen it.
Where you at?
But I know that diet and exercise works even if you haven't reached your goal weight, because you know that after 3 months, the doctor took you off of everything because it was accomplished. So you know that eating right and eating the right amount of food works. So we got to get back to what works.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna be eating raw and fruits and vegetables, no meat. Replace the protein with more protein, because there's a lot of protein things you can do, like chia seeds, hemp seeds, loaded with protein. So many things out there that people say you can't go without meat. Oh, yes, you can. And the only reason why I say not meat, I'm not demonizing meat, but a lot of the meat has hormones and antibiotics and different stuff like that. It's hard to find grass-fed meat. And so if you're going to eat meat, you should eat the grass-fed meat and the ones that's more healthy and stuff like that. But I'm just trying to get away from dead flesh. Now, I'm trying to get away from, if it's got a mama and a face, I don't want to eat it.
Right,
Okay.
right.
But it's a progress. It's a journey, because you're so used to doing it. You just have to be able to get away from it and stay away from it, because this is the thing with staying consistent with something. Once you start eating stuff that you have no business eating, like potato chips, cookies, and cakes and stuff like that, a hormone in your brain goes off, and it kicks in the pleasure hormone. We were talking about pleasure.
Right.
Hormone, and once that kicks in, it starts a domino effect of causing you to feel like you're addicted and you gotta have it. So you crave it. So once it's in your blood, you crave it like a crackhead. And then you eat it more and more and more. And then until you can stop the cycle and say, no more, I'm not going to eat it anymore, and start eating healthy, then you break that craving that you have. And then you're back on the right road again. You're off the roller coaster ride. Because once you're on the roller coaster ride, you don't know how long you're going to be on it. And you're going to have your ups and downs and feeling depressed and angry and, gaining weight, and all of that stuff is going to come along with eating unhealthy. But the moment you shift it and start eating healthy, the mindset changes, the mood changes, everything changes. And so we just want to make sure that we feel like we want to feel like it's better for us to, what's the saying that they used to always say? Being thin feels better than eating something.
Oh,
you know what I
Weight
mean?
Watchers. That's a Weight Watchers saying. We did Weight Watchers at work. Feeling thin is better than anything tastes. Something like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's much better than anything tastes.
Feeling thin is better than anything tastes.
Yeah. So we have to.
And you're right about that craving, because I'll tell you, I've been eating crazy, I went on 2 cruises back to back. And I was eating crazy during the cruise. And why we on the way home, when I was talking to you guys yesterday, we had I was leaving the dock, but we had a layover in Chicago. And I walked into my next gate. Why did I pass a Garrett's popcorn? And I passed it. Listen, guys, this is how bad it is. I passed it. And I'm like, oh no, I'm not doing that. But then I turned around and went back and got in line to get it. And I didn't just get a little bag, I got the jumbo bag. And I'm like, what in the world am I doing?
Yeah, you talk to yourself and you talk yourself
You're right.
out of it.
It's a craving. It's like I have no control.
You have control. You talk yourself into it.
But I would love to be accountability partners with you. I did. As I was walking away from it, I talked myself into
and
it.
so that's what you have to do, talk yourself out of it, because it's interesting that you said that when you go on a cruise, on the cruise, they got so much food. And so let me tell you my little quick story. My bariatric surgery was scheduled for January something 6 years ago. 1 week before my surgery, I went on a cruise. And I was with a couple people on that cruise. And this is, what they tell you, you can't gain any weight before your surgery, because if you do, the surgery is called off.
They won't.
So here I am on this cruise.
They won't do it.
So here I am on this cruise with all this food, and I told myself I'm not going to gain any weight. When I got off that cruise, I lost 3 pounds. And the people that I was on the cruise with say, you came on this cruise and you're not going to enjoy yourself? I'm like, I'm enjoying myself, but I made all the right choices. I made the fruits and the vegetables and the lean protein choices, and I lost 3 pounds on that cruise. So you can do it.
Awesome.
It's a mindset.
Mindset.
Because I knew that if I didn't do it, I wasn't going to get the surgery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Way
It's a
to go.
mindset.
Way to go, Stacy.
Because you're right. There's so much food on the cruise, but it's the choices that we make of the food to eat, because they do have healthy choices there.
They do.
You can make your own. You can have an omelet. You can have an egg white omelet if you want. You have to put all the stuff that you see up there.
Right.
You can have them. It's so much fruit, so much vegetable. And I love salads. I could eat salad for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah.
But I don't. But I can.
Yeah.
And I will. Today is a new day. I'm starting off right. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Okay, yay. I wanted to say something too. When I went on a cruise, also, I don't know if it's called, I have it up under, I just found it. I think it's called the Providian diet. I think that's what it's called. And you have to know your body type. And so everybody has a different body type. So every diet doesn't work for everyone. But once you know your body type, it tells you all the foods, the combination of foods that you can eat for you to lose weight. And I went on a cruise. I ate like crazy, but I knew the combination of foods that help burn your metabolism so that you can lose the weight. The more you eat them, it's crazy. The more you eat, the more weight you lose if you put the right combination of foods based on your body type. And I lost a lot of weight on the cruise, and I ate, but it got so much, like plenty of fruit, plenty of everything, eggs, you could get the egg white. I know for my body type, like I love omelets, but if I do an egg white omelet with the vegetables in it and some grapefruit, boom, that really boosts your metabolism for my body type. Wow. So I knew that. So guess what? I had my every day, I had my little routine because I knew that was going to fire up my metabolism. But I commend you, ladies, and this 30-day challenge. Like my weight, I want to lose 8 pounds doing this 30-day challenge. So I commend you all. And you was talking about snacks. This is what I be snacking on sometimes because you say dark chocolate is supposed to be good for you.
Lakeisha, you're not on camera. Are you showing us something?
Yeah, I'm doing it now. I forgot I wasn't on camera.
Oh, okay.
It's called Second Nature.
Oh, I've seen that.
And they're so
and it
good.
looks
They got
so
different
good.
ones. Some of them have cranberries in them. So just if dark chocolate is supposed to be good for you, then you have these various nuts, and they make great snacks, and they kind of take away that sweet, that sweetness sometimes that I be wanting something sweet. So I'll just take a few handfuls of this and yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you, Lakeisha, for showing that.
Thank you, Lakeisha. Thank you, Stacy.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, everybody.
Yeah, thank
you. Is your
sharing.
information in WhatsApp? Okay.
I am on WhatsApp, but I don't think I'm in the WhatsApp. Is there a group you're speaking of?
Yeah.
I have a WhatsApp account. Pardon me?
I didn't hear what you said. I was asking Queen if she could add you to the group.
Okay, good.
Information.
And I just wanted to share that there's a reason why I chose this topic today, because yesterday I started a fast. So I'm on a different end of this stuff. Everybody talking about what they want to eat. I didn't eat a thing yesterday, right? So that was the first of a fast. I'm going to try to do 3 days. And normally the second day is tough for me. It's to the point where I can't even get out of bed because I'm so like, ugh, I need something to eat, right? Today, I woke up and I'm doing just fine. I don't even want anything right now. It's my second day, but I'm doing good on this fast. But just going back to what's been shared, it really starts in the mind. I really find that if my mindset is right, I'm good. I can pass by. You can put a whole cake in front of me, a steak, a shrimp, strips, chicken shawarma, whatever, things I used to love. I don't have to eat it. I'll be like, oh, that smells good, but I can pass. So it really starts in the mind. That's really powerful. Thank you for sharing that, whoever did. But it's really key.
That was Stacy.
Yeah, Stacy, thank you.
Yeah.
And so I'm doing well. I'm looking forward to a wonderful fasting day today. You know, it's gonna be wonderful. So it's really I did have a some water with lemon, and that's about it. I can go with that. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. But thank you all for sharing. I wish you all the best. Oh, and I'm so happy that Stacy and Karen, y'all gonna hook up. That's wonderful. Yay.
Yeah.
Lakeisha, I love what you're doing with the 30-day challenge. Wonderful.
Oh, I want to say something real quick. Do anybody know anybody that is a personal trainer?
Yes.
I'm looking for a good personal trainer because for me, exercise is hard to do when I'm doing it on my own. I love people to tell me what to do, but no, not one that's going to, cost me my leg and my arm. But
Yeah, I
if
know
anybody
one.
knows,
I think her company is called Baby Steps, and
Mhm.
she's really, really good.
Hey,
And
where's
so
she at?
I'm not for sure what she's doing now. I know in her complex there's like a place, a gym, but then she'll come to you. Like she used to come to me like 6 in the morning, 6:30 in the morning, and she'll come to my house and we'll work out, or you could go to her. And she turned her studio. I don't know what's going on now because I haven't reached out to her. And she has a like a place, where they have exercise in apartment buildings. So she can go there and, they got all the equipment there. So I don't know, but I'd be happy to give you her number.
Thank you.
Oh,
And she was actually on the show a couple of times.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we're actually on the hour, Queen.
Yeah,
This is
just
a
wanna
wonderful
remind
show. I want to turn it over.
Before we go, can I ask Tanisha? I'm really interested in what did you say? The Peruvian, where
Yes.
your body type goes with your body type.
Yes, I saw it last night up under my bed. So I'll pull it out because I really need to get into that myself because I want to lose 8 pounds. And I want to go through and so I'll be happy to share that with you.
Oh, wonderful.
Okay, thank you.
Yay.
Kay, you are in the group now.
Yay.
Yay, glad to have you.
You
Good to
is
be had.
and you is pretty. You is an
Aw.
I
Elizabeth.
know.
You are wonderful.
Awesome.
Listen, I
Right.
want to what was I going to say? Remind all the hosts that we really need at least one of your guys, whoever's going to be on next week for Father's Day.
Oh,
Yeah, we're asking for the week, definitely the week of Father's Day, before and after, that we honor our brothers. And
okay.
so we want them to come on as, each of us to have a guest, a male figure guest. And I need to put that actually together today so we can put it out there for next week.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's nice.
So, don't make it hard. It ain't got to be deep. Oh, I got to get the president of the United States. Oh, he ain't black, so we can't get them. We can go get Barack. We don't have to go that deep. It could be
Okay.
sons.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, it could be your sons or your husband. It could be somebody, but somebody who's about something and want to share.
Okay.
Then that's fine. And those who are not the host, if you have someone that you would like for us to meet, please let us know so that we can invite them on.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, and we can invite them as guests as well. They don't have to be the special guests. The next 2 weeks, we want brothers to come on. Our Elizabeths.
Elizabeth. Oh goodness.
Elizabeth.
I'd like to invite my son.
Whoever was speaking, it was
Muffled.
yeah, and I think she left. I think that was Karen.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, all right, let's give ourselves a big old hug.
Yay.
Oh, Lord, oh, and the world a big hug. Oh, come to me and sprinkle all the blessings and all of Lakeisha's earrings on her finger. I know they all diamonds and gold and silver.
Right.
Real.
Okay, love you all.
Peace out.
Bye, ladies.